It was awful. I should never have done that, but I did it anyways. And then I got mad at myself because I was like, I can't, the name's too long, so if I hit a sniper clip, it would be too long. The quad feed wouldn't fit on the screen. But we're all right. We are in. Chicago Hunted, Toronto Falters, Silver Division. We're off to the races.
I think first blood went to Chicago Hunted there.
As Chicago, we are gonna have Jake, Turkey, Merrick's, and Dash. On the other side, Toronto Falters, Dean, Nibbles and Kibbles, Canadian Zen, and Thornbush. We did see them, I believe in week 1, we saw Toronto without their full roster, but now we have all 4 players here together. So we're gonna see what they can do here, as they have taken the early lead, 16-1 and counting, as they have P1 on lockdown. As we're gonna have Dean is gonna be set up. He is gonna be facing his teammates, and his teammates are reinforcing from the front. The rotations come in already on the screen. Chicago is already here with P2. Thornbush is gonna get caught from the side. His M4 looked a little weird on the barrel end. It looks very like stubby for some reason. I'm curious what barrel he's running to make it look like that. I don't know why I'm fascinated by that. It just seems different, but you can see the players are pointing in. Dean's on a 5 kill spree already to start this off. 5-1. He's not gonna get streaks though. We will get shut down by Jake. Jake in turn is going to get shut down from the back, and which is going to be a back and forth exchange with the players getting in left, right, center.
What are the spawns you want to maintain? What's the better side? What's the meta here?
So the left side of the map for P2 is the preferred spawn because you just have so many more routes to get into this hill. If you're spawning on the other side of the map, if you're looking at the mini map right now, where you can see number 3 is like basically where we are right now. Thornbush is on a 5 kill spree actually, now that I mention it. But you basically have to flood through green, or you have to make your way all the way across the map towards bricks and flank around through there. If you're on this side of the map. So preferably spawning left side, but you can see the players have already got off. The next hill is in. It's going to be Chicago set up as they're going to try and eat away into this lead.
Well, we're going into the third hill. Toronto has a fairly large lead, about well over 60 points over Chicago Hunted. All in all, Chicago, I want to see them show a little bit more organization here. I just kind of noticed they were getting a little bit more, I guess, scattered. And Toronto, they're taking advantage of that. They're able to lock down those hard points. They move more kind of like as a team as they're pouring in. And as I say that, Chicago, they just absolutely flooded in that hard point and took it back from Toronto. And actually, looking at it, Chicago, they might actually have pretty decent spawns here going into the rest of this rotation.
Yep, well, great double kill that came out there, as Jake is on a 3 kill spree right now, as the players are beginning to move forward from Chicago. They are able to lock down P3. That's going to force all of Toronto to spawn on the other side of the map right now as we head towards P4. Toronto is going to give up the pressure. Canadian Zen here is just going to be playing for cutoffs and to try to get the players, catch them off the rotation, as someone has to make their way over from that P3. He's going to find one. The second player is going to be shooting in the back, and no one's on this hill at the moment. Toronto with a 70-point lead, and no one's on top of it.
Almost 15 seconds into that hard point, and not a single person has capped it yet.
Yep, no one's got on it. Finally, someone's hopped onto it as Jake is working his way top floating tank. He's going to get found by Nibbles. 3 go down for Chicago. And Toronto, like, somebody get in the hill. Come on. There we go. Dean finally gets into the hill. Finally, they're going to start taking some time. But Toronto off to an early lead here. 70 points to start this one off.
It almost seems, I'm watching Chicago play, and they're right outside the hard point, and they're taking more defensive positions. They're not scared, but they're hesitant to be aggressive here. And I think that with the way Toronto's playing, I mean, they're pouring into the hard points. They're working as a team, and they kind of move as a team. They don't like trickle into the hard point. They kind of all move together. If you watch them on the mini map, a lot of solid communication by Toronto here.
I love how you said they're playing like that cautious defensive style, and right as you said that, I think Dash like flew right out of green into the it's like soared in head first as Dash picks up a pair of headshots in the kill feed. This is going to be Chicago's chance. 3 go down from Toronto. They are going to be spawning out in the back, but Nibbles goes huge on the point. Picks up 2, shuts down the push from Chicago, and regains it for his team. They know Turkey's in the back there somewhere, but Chicago has to now be shoving from the front side. And all this time is just going in Toronto's favor. And well, actually, right as I say that, Chicago clears them all out. And Toronto's forced to spawn out.
Toronto possibly in decent position for early rotation to that P1 hard point here. Actually, I guess as I say that, Chicago, they shut it down, and Chicago, I think, is actually in a really good position to make up some lost ground here. They, going into this last hard point, the P5, they were 100 points down, so they got a lot of ground to make up here.
Yep, you can see Chicago has hopped in the point. They are going to start eating away into this lead. As you can see, Toronto's kind of split spawns right now. Turkey's going to shut down one player there. Dean goes down. There's going to be more players coming from Platt here. And Turkey's going to read it perfect. As he knows, this is the direction the guys are all going to be coming, and he knows where to expect them from. As, oh, he does actually get flanked. I believe that was Canadian Zen that wrapped around. And no one else from Chicago is really near it. Although, as I say that, Jake and Merrick's both pick up kills. It's going to be contested hill. The lead is now down to about 70 points here. As Dash will fly and pick up another kill. That's going to be Chicago picking up more time.
Chicago gaining some very crucial ground here, trying to close that gap right now as we go into that P2 radar hard point. Early rotation. I think they're going to have this locked down, and that early trail they had against Toronto, I think they're going to make it up here. They're in really good position.
Yep, well, it's only a 40-point difference right now. As you can see, Toronto is making that flank. Turkey going huge in the back as he picks up 2. Dash will pick up a 3rd. And that's going to force the spawn out from Toronto all the way across the map. They have a long way to go. Canadian Zen's going to drop as well. So all of Toronto's players are going to be flooding top green from Cobble. Cobble player will get caught. Nibbles goes down. It's just Dean and company up here up top green. Merrick's is going to push forward, pick up Dean. The Thornbush goes down as well, and Chicago is just holding absolute here.
Chicago went, I think, 2 hard
points
prior were down 100 points, and they're actually about to pull ahead again. An amazing comeback by them. Fantastic momentum. They, you know, sometimes you can kind of get scattered. You can be caught on your off foot here, a little imbalanced, and that may have been what happened, but Chicago's coming into their own here. It's really impressive play.
You can see also, like, Toronto went for a rotation, but they're not really set up for this hill. Someone finally gets on the hill, and they're kind of set up now, but there was, like, a few moments of weakness there at the very beginning, right before that rotation came in, where, like, Toronto just wasn't ready. And then now the players are coming soaring in. There's kills going every which way. All Chicago is going to drop.
Out.
And they are going to get forced to spawn out, so Toronto's going to pick up some good time here. Canadians then with a 3-piece in the kill feed. As Jake is going to fire away here, as they're going to start getting set back up again for this next push. They're going to be coming in at all angles right now on Toronto. Toronto is forced to spawn out. Dash picking up 2. And Turkey's going to pick up a 3rd. That's going to be the break. These last 10 seconds are now going to go to Chicago.
Do you think Toronto spawning out like that, do you think that was a little bit of a saving grace for them here? Or do you think that's actually going to cause them issues going into this P4?
I mean, this is the preferred spawn side that you want for these 2 hills, I believe. Or maybe not for P4 specifically, but you do get this top green control to overlook the hard point, and you're set up in a position for P5.
So possibly right now might have overextended there a little bit. I mean, as I say that, I mean, they're locking down P4, doing a really good job of it, but giving up that spawn there might have been a possible mistake on their part.
Yep, well, I mean, we'll see what happens. Toronto is spawning on the left side of the map, and really just Chicago picking up a lot of time here, even though, right, as I said, that it is contested, as Dash and Thornbush are going ring around the rosy and the dumpsters. Merrick's will finally pick him up. That's going to be Chicago with more time in the hill. As 3 of Toronto's players are coming off spawn right now, they're heading towards P5. Merrick's is going to start pushing up, looking for these players. Great, wow, as he absolutely just goes off. He's going to find 2, almost a 3rd. As Canadians then, I think, threw a Semtex into the wall in front of his face. Wow, the great push, and there's the spawn flip. So Chicago playing this absolutely incredibly in the second half of this game.
I love the recovery by Chicago here. Down 100 points, and now they're up, what is that, 30. Over 30 points.
Yep, Toronto is going to regain some of these as they are pushed forward onto the hill. For this P5, Chicago is spawning in from the backside, and Toronto has to cross the map. Merrick's with a great 2-piece there, picking up the hill time. He's not going to find a 3rd. Canadian Zen with 2 of his own. So this hill right now is just going absolutely back and forth between these 2 players. Zen with a 3-piece in the feed, I think. He's going to stay alive after that nade comes through. But Chicago's now being forced in the back. They're just kind of trapped back here. They can't get out towards the hill at all. So fantastic job here from Toronto as they're going to start bringing it back now.
This is going to put them in a really good position. If they can lock them in this spawn, they have pretty much free reign all over the map here.
Absolutely, and well, P1 is popped. Thornbush is going to be in this corner. The cutoffs are going to be here for Toronto as 2 players hop into lights. Turkey's going to find 2. But Toronto has taken the lead now. Canadian Zen's going to come in from the side. He is going to drop. 3 players are down for Chicago. So Toronto's going to hop into the hill. It is contested. This is going to come down right to the wire. Well, 2:28 right now. The game can end on this hill still. There is enough time. Chicago's going to come in. It is still contested. Merrick's is prone here. It is going to get picked up by Chicago. And right now, or excuse, oh, not anymore. I was going to say if they played it perfectly, they would have finished it on this hill. That's not going to be the case. There will be a P2.
Well, you do have P1. We're 14 seconds out. Early rotation. P1 was a literal bloodbath, heavily contested. Lots of kill feed going on there. I'm not really sure one way or another. I think both teams, kind of have a shot here. I'm not seeing it kind of leaning in favor of anyone. Right now, we do have Toronto. They did do that early rotation, but Chicago is pouring in right now. And as I say that, they take it back from them and gonna tie it back up, I think, as we go down to the wire.
Yeah, Toronto players are gonna hop in the back, but Jake, they lined up for Jake. He picks up 2. He's not gonna find the 3rd. It's gonna be up to Turkey now as he soars in. He's going to drop as well. Toronto 5 seconds away. Either Dibbles just got shot out of the air. Canadian Zen is up in it. Now Canadian Zen, he's going to be the next up. What a huge 2-piece.
Absolutely.
As he's going to find the 3rd there. And that is going to be Toronto taking it 250 to 237 after blowing the 100-point lead. Chicago came all the way back, all the way down to the wire. And honestly, just clutch 2 pieces across the board. Canadian Zen with the big hold at the end. And a huge, like, these guys just went huge across the board.
Fix.
Hey.
Yep.
All right, so we do have Toronto on the attack. Looks like a pretty significant A push going on right now. Chicago dividing up the match, watching those lanes, watching the cutoffs here. But they're going to be outnumbered against Toronto coming in. You do have Thornbush getting first blood against Chicago. It is currently 3v2 against Chicago. Well, actually, now we've got a 1v3 situation going down.
He does pick up 1 with the grenade, and Turkey almost had a double kill coming up through Eskies, coming up behind Toronto, but he wasn't quite able to secure the 2nd. As Jake makes this a 1-on-1. Oh, and there's the power of that sniper rifle.
That is an epic final kill. Toronto takes it over Chicago 1-0 as we go into our 2nd matchup. Thornbush with a pretty good clutch here in that final, or in the best play here. Hopefully, I'm hoping Mike's internet comes back through. I don't know what happened to him.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. But yeah, that kill in that kill cam saved the double kill that could have easily swung that round back in Chicago's favor.
So now we are in the 2nd round. We have Chicago on the attack. Again, you're probably going to just see pretty much a standard full A bomb push. And actually, as I say that, we have, I don't know how, number 5. He's actually watching that Metro kind of cutoff point there, which I think Canadian Zen is doing the same thing. We're probably going to see a little bit of a gun battle going down by them. And as I say, it looks like Zen takes it along with Toronto 2-0 over Chicago going into the 3rd matchup. Oh, actually, looks like game sound is not running.
Just turned it on.
Oh, thanks for the heads up, Zentrix. You the real MVP here.
That was the classic 3-1 push that we see on this map every time. The one is just there to watch the flank and watch for someone pushing around behind you, but I'd love to see a B hit here, because as you can see, Chicago's not sending anybody street.
So So, I mean, we've got Toronto right now making, again, a massive push. You do have Canadian Zen kind of doing his classic, and actually it seems like Canadian Zen and EK both kind of watching that cutoff point. A little bit of a rival situation going on, and it looks like this time around, Nibbles gets it, Dash gets it, and Chicago takes it.
These kills are coming so fast in this
They
SMD.
are. It's hard to keep up with that kill feed, man. It's just they both pour into that A bomb site, and it's over so fast.
I was trying to watch who to watch on the cams, and the two teams just ran straight at each other.
So 2-1 going into the fourth matchup. We have Chicago on the attack, probably going to make another A bomb push. I'm more than likely you're going to see Canadian Zen and EK making that cutoff watch point. And actually, it's a little bit different going down right now. You've got Canadian Zen making a wide flank going on. He might actually be wrapping around and catching Chicago unawares if this matchup actually lasts a little longer. Kind of a bold move on his part, though, because how quickly these engagements have been going so far.
Yeah, I think he was maybe watching for that B hit. Because Jake's down by himself now. Hopefully that's how we say it, because that's how we've always said his name when he's on stream. But...
And actually, did we get, is Mike, are you back?
Yes, I've made my return.
All
I
right.
missed a fair bit, so hello, my
that's
internet
okay.
died.
That's okay. We're going into the fifth matchup. It is 3-1. I believe Chicago's 3, Toronto's 1 at the moment. And so far, I mean, engagements have been going fast. Matches or rounds have been going very, very quickly.
It's actually 3-1 Toronto.
Oh, is that not what I said?
No, you said Chicago.
Those are alternative facts. So I was correct, actually. So we do have Toronto on the attack, again, making another bomb push at the A bomb site. And Canadian Zen kind of doing his classic thing. However, Chicago, I think they're aware here because now they've dedicated 2 people to him, and that you see some trades going out right now. Canadian Zen, he took it, but then was taken by Jake here in Metro. And people dropping like flies, and it's a little bit scattered around that A bomb site.
Yep, it's now all down to Dean, and just as I say that, he's dead. So 3-2.
Welcome to this S&D. It's gone so fast. I'm gonna step out, let Mike take over for me.
I'm back.
All right. 6th round, Toronto 3, Chicago 2. Chicago on the attack. My prediction here is you're going to see an A bomb push with Jake and Canadian Zen watching those cutoffs.
Well, we are going to have, it's actually going to be a 4-man push right down the middle from Chicago. But Dean's going to pick 2 instead. He's going to finally go down. Canadian Zen's going to find another. It's all up to Merrick's, and down he goes.
That was a massive 2-piece by him there. Absolutely shutting down that huge push by Chicago.
You really weren't kidding. This is very fast.
Yeah, every single match so far, I mean, has been just you blink and you miss it.
Maybe here's the theory. These guys just don't like S&D, so they're trying to get this over as fast as they physically can, and they're just running at each other. So maybe that's what they're trying to do. They're like, okay, you know what?
Something there.
We're just gonna fight each other as fast as possible. It's just like we're all gonna meet at the same spot. Whoever wins the gunfight gets the map, and we can move on to respawns because we don't like S&Ds.
Well, 7th matchup, a massive cluster going in on the A bomb site. People dropping like flies. Dean on a 2-piece right now, pretty huge for his team. You've got it's a 1v4 situation. Toronto absolutely slaying at the moment. I think this is going to be a Toronto win. You do have Jake left over actually it's a 1v4. Did I say 1v3 earlier? Catching him unaware, taking a couple of shots, couldn't quite hit the target, and with that, Toronto Falters win.
Well, they go up to map point now, 5-2 over Chicago. Chicago, you gotta win these faster. If you let them go on too long, Toronto's winning them all. You gotta go faster.
I'm really hard to have an opinion here about either team as far as strategies and things because of how quickly it goes. It goes so fast, I really can't form one. But we do go into match point 5-2. Toronto over Chicago here. Been just constant dropping like flies, quick matches, just both teams aggressive, pushing into a bomb site. I think you have a pretty
goes
big
Dean again.
flank. Yep. And as per
He is
usual,
gonna go down, though.
then with that flank.
Yep, I mean, it depends. They gotta last long enough. The round has to last long enough for Canadian Zen to actually make it there. But it is gonna be Dash actually took out a teammate. That might be huge here because Jake goes down as well. It's now a 2v2. Canadian Zen with a flank coming in. He is actually gonna be the last one alive now, and he didn't see any of these players. So he is gonna work his way through lobby here, but the bomb is down. He has to work his way. He's gonna find one. He's gonna catch him as well. He's almost turned on Merrick's. Did not succeed in doing so.
Signs of life.
Chicago staves it off. As oh no, Merrick's like almost would have got turned on there as he ducks around the corner. That was a close one. That's one of those ones where you're just going, your heart is pounding because you're like, oh, that could have gone so poorly.
Oh yeah. Anyone just tuning in, this is the CoD Rec League, and the part of the name to focus on is the rec portion of it, which is recreation. We just do this for fun. We don't really have any paid leagues or anything for money. It's all just people coming together, good vibes, good times, and just having fun playing.
As Dash is going to pick up first build on Dean again. So Dean is actually going to go down twice in a row without picking up a kill. Bomb has gone down over at Peeps. So finally somebody went towards B. 2v2 situation on the retake. It's going to be Turkey and Merrick's versus Thornbush and Nibbles and Kibbles. As you're going to see, Merrick's is going to be coming from Metro, and Turkey's working his way around the outside buses here. Both players from Toronto are inside the bomb site.
I think this is hands down the longest match the longest round that has gone on so far in this game of S&D.
Yep, as well. Both the Chicago players are probably wondering where the Toronto guys are because they haven't seen anybody. Turkey's finally going to run into one here as he's actually going to go down. Thornbush will drop him. Merrick's is going to find one, but that's going to be it. No time to defuse. We're going to have Toronto taking the win. As Merrick's will find him to end it off, but the bomb is going to detonate, and that's going to be Toronto taking a 2-0 lead. I agree. Like, I feel like control on the Black Ops 4 maps was fantastic. I don't know if a part of that was due to the fact that it was 5v5 and it played differently. But I feel like Black Ops Cold War, it never comes down to the wire.
Yeah, I don't think
someone either gets
a
like
player number. I think
anything,
it's spawns and map design, honestly.
Yeah, you're probably not wrong. As we are off, it's going to be Toronto on the defense to start this off. We're going to have Merrick's pushing up forward. As I hope I'm still... am I still in this call?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Just wanted to make sure because everything went quiet and my stream stopped on my monitor. So I was like, huh, am I still here? I'm still here. Toronto going to be on the defense to open this up. You're going to have pushes coming in from Chicago. They're doing a heavy B push here. As you can see, the players are grouped up towards platform 2. Go down for Toronto. That's probably going to be their opportunity to strike here.
And then don't forget, if you didn't see it, Mello, game sound.
Already got it.
Awesome. Thank you. I watch it silent, so I don't actually know.
Yep. As well, Jake is going to be pushed up. You are going to see the Toronto players are pushed up. There's going to be one right beneath Jake here. I believe that's Nibbles. He's going to be in a great position. And, he almost gets turned on there by Jake. Jake will survive. The Canadian Zen opening up with a 5-0 start. 5-1. Right as I mentioned it, he dies. So cast a curse. There you go.
Chicago's going to have to make something happen here. They are very quickly running out of time. Toronto locking down the map and cutting them off before they can even get to these control points.
Yep, Jake is finally going to hop into a point. So there's finally going to be a tick that is going to start coming in from Chicago. I feel like no one touched the point basically until now. 13.9 seconds to go.
Yeah, they need to pour in as a team here and not hang back. They got to get that tick and buy themselves that extra minute.
Yep, they need that aggressiveness like what you were talking about. You got to get, they got to go and they got to go.
I mean, the live count, it is even right now. Chicago hanging on by a thread here, slowly ticking it away. I think they got that second tick. They actually might get, and you know what, with that spawn, if they're able to take out Thornbush and he goes down, that's huge. They were able to get it, secure that control point, buy themselves another minute, and they are back in it.
Yeah, Jake is going to get in there. The kills are going to start coming in. He was on an absolute kill spree there. And was basically the reason why they secured that B point. But now we got to turn our attention towards A. And this is where the game kind of flips on its head. So we're going to see as the players from Chicago are going to be making their way through the middle.
Chicago's spread
Harris is prone
right
here
now.
in this corner. That's a great spot. I need to use that. Yeah, as he is making his way as a nuisance into the back as the rest of his team hits from the front door real hard. Jake is going to not pick up that kill, actually. The point is still contested here as Thornbush is on it, but 2 players go down. Canadians end with a big double kill, and Thornbush is going to find Jake, so 30 seconds to go right now.
This
Toronto's
might come down to lives.
It might be. It depends if I think it depends if Chicago can get over here in time. As you can see, 3 of the players are charging across the map. Number 8, Dean, is going to meet him. He's going to get dropped. Toronto's now out of respawns.
Really good defensive spot here.
Turkey, oh, Turkey didn't spot him. He half checked the corner, but he didn't see him in time. But instead, they get traded out. Nibbles and Kibbles and Dean are the last 2 alive here against 5 of lives on Chicago. Nibbles picks up 1. That's no respawns left for Chicago. 2v4, 1v4. It's all down to Dean. He's gonna find 1. The point is still ticking though, 6.5 seconds to go, but it's a 1v2. The snake comes flying in towards his face. That's gonna be progress. He's gotta find these guys soon. He's gotta find them now. As Dash is gonna be the last alive, the tick is gonna be coming through, and he's not gonna win it.
Takes it. Wow, Chicago. Way to rally.
I thought they had it, the 2v5.
I know. I take it back. I think that's going to have to make some form of highlight reel. I think we might have had 2 plays tonight so far.
Oh yeah, 2 on the stream already. As Jake, this killing spree that he went off on here was basically the sole reason that we even got to that 1v1. Because there was a massive life lead in Toronto's favor at the time too, and he just chipped it all away with that. They got the cap, 13 seconds to go.
That's something you don't see very often, is a attacker win on Garrison.
No, you don't, but also it usually never comes down to the wire like that.
It's true.
The fact that it got anywhere close to that to begin with is a testament to how that round went.
Yeah. Well, that's going to be a huge advantage on this map for Chicago.
Jake is currently 15-6. As he goes up to 7, goes up to 16 there. Double positive right now as Toronto has pushed in towards B. They are going to get this early tick that comes in. The 3 players stacked on it. This is going to go real quick here. As all the players are here. Nades are going to go out. No, but Chicago is not going to make it there in time. And that's going to be secured very early. As Dash picks up 2 and a teammate there.
That is
but
something I'm curious
Nibbles
about with the strategies I've been watching, that there's a lot of times where you have 2 or 3 players where you have 1 on the control point slowly taking it away, and 2 or 3 kind of working the edges, which I understand from a defensive standpoint, but if you're there, pour into that point and just absolutely start just capping it, so you know how much faster you cap it with multiple people.
Yeah, but Nibbles got a massive tick here on A to start it off for his team, as well as you have Canadian Zen is inside. They're going to stack 2 players, and now Dino on the cutoff here. This is going to be huge as 2 players from Chicago go down. And the third tick, this is going to be another offensive win. Chicago can't get there in time. Toronto's going to win it.
This is unprecedented. 1-1, Toronto brings it back. They look at Chicago's coming behind victory, their unexpected offensive win, and they said, no says I, and they meet them.
Yeah, that ended up, that early tick from Nibbles was huge, because they got that early tick in, they got control of the point. There was only 1 player in there originally, but they got the important cutoff kills.
What I liked about watching Toronto play there is they played aggressive. When they saw when they saw the control point and no one was around, instead of extending out or trying to spawn trap, the entire team just poured into the control point, and look how quick it was capped.
Yep, I mean they managed to body stack it in time, and they got the important kills there on the cutoff, because I think only 2 players from Chicago went down, but the other two were nowhere near this point. So all you had to do was stack it, and then no one was there in time. That's gonna be the massive shove here. Nibbles is gonna come on a huge flank. He's gonna find one. He's gonna find two. Two players go down as he's followed up with another teammate. As Thornbush is coming on the flank as well. Last alive dash is gonna drop, and that's gonna be a clean wipe of all of Chicago. So that tick is not gonna go through.
Toronto absolutely locking it down, pushing back Chicago into their spawn, maintaining really, really good map control, watching those cutoffs. Just solid defensive play right now by Toronto.
Yeah, this is where you wanted to see, or like I would like to see Toronto be pushing up here for spawn kills. They got the wave of kills that they needed. They forced Chicago back, but Toronto themselves just kind of stayed where they were. They didn't move up on the map, try to get those map presence, get those cutoff kills. They really just kind of stayed where they were. So that's a little bit unfortunate, but as Dean is finally going to be moving up into the spawns, this is what you want to see. You want to see him just getting into the spawns, making an absolute mess of both team comms and everything. He's going to come up behind these guys on the point, actually. He's going to hop up. He's going to find both of them as they line up.
Yeah, this is going to be very difficult. Chicago's in a very tough spot how far out they're spawning, and this is kind of that traditional garrison control breakdown. What I usually see is the offensive team really having a hard time pushing it because of the advantage and how close the defensive team is to these control points and how they can just push them back.
Chicago is going to get some time, and they got two players here on the tick. And it does look like they're going to go through here as they do get progress. We're about halfway through the next tick. Toronto's nowhere near it. They're just going to... They're content to sat back, get ready for this A push that they know is going to be coming their way at minute 12 on the clock. The Chicago has no lives. There's a 9-life difference right now.
Although if any past games have been any indication, that doesn't necessarily mean anything to these teams.
I mean, if anything is past indicated, it means that Jake is about to go on a 12 killing spree. And he's about to even it up. But right now, it's a 9-life, it's an 11-life lead. Toronto with 16 lives right now and control of the point as Jake is going to start moving in from top green. The rest of his team, you need to see them heading towards Cobble here. More players need it. It actually just rips Thornbush off that heady. But down he goes, and Jake is not coming back in this round. It's a 2v14. And it does look like it's going to be a defensive round win for Toronto. As that's going to be the last one alive. 19 seconds on the clock, though. He's just going to charge out. He's going to go down. Toronto's going to win it. They go up 2-1, so one round away from the clean sweep here.
Well, not a clean.
Well, sweep. And then a 3-0 map count clean sweep. Close enough.
I got you. No, it's surprising. I mean, you don't see that very often. 2 offensive wins. I thought Chicago was going to be going into this series with a massive advantage, getting that offensive win and how much of an advantage you get on defense. And then Toronto, they just met them with that another crazy offensive win and just kind of sealed the deal for themselves here.
Yep, absolutely. As well, here we are. Chicago's going to be fighting for their lives here with this defensive round. Which, honestly, you don't even know if it's an advantage on this map, the way that this has been going.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. Chicago pushing hard right now. First blood goes to Chicago. Toronto is dropping a little bit. Actually, looks like you do have Chicago watching those cutoffs, able to push Toronto back in their spawn. Toronto having a hard time even really getting into Garrison here.
Yep, here's going to be Merrick. So he's going to push up. He's not going to find anything, but just that map presence there was so important. As Dash is going to find one. He's going to see 2 players in front of him. Somehow, or excuse me, is not going to stay alive. So the front players from Chicago are going to go down. They're going to be coming off a respawn now as all of Toronto is now shoving up this deep street. There's going to be a few trades back and forth here. But no one from Toronto is really on this point. It's finally going to be contested. Jake is going to win that fight. 3 go down from Toronto. So it's looking like...
Yeah,
well, the life difference is only 5, too. 6 lives difference. Chicago has to win this by a lot in order for them to get the defense on round 5. We're going to see we're already down to 20 seconds to go. Currently a 6-life lead for Chicago, as Toronto is kind of setting up to push towards this hill.
Very
trades
tough
are going back
situation
and
to be in
forth.
here.
And the trades are going to favor Chicago. If you're just doing a one-on-one trade, it's going to favor Chicago the whole entire time. Toronto has to be forced into a position to make a move here.
Merrick's knows where Zen is at. Dropping the trophy system, was able to trade him out there.
Yep, and now with 10 seconds to go on the clock, Toronto's going to get one last push in here. Nibbles is going to fall, and that is going to be it for the round. We're going to see a round 5. Because unless Canadians then hops on this with like 1 second, of course he does.
Of course he does.
But down he goes. Fado goes down. And that is going to be that for that round. Matt, round 5 we go, and I do believe it will be Toronto on defense as a result of that kill lead in round 3 that they finished up with.
Does it actually switch it up? It's not an every other kind of thing?
No, it depends. So if it's whoever has the most kills will get the defense.
Gotcha. Okay. Interesting.
As yep, we are going to have Chicago here on the attack and Toronto on defense. Round 5, control Garrison.
Chicago's got to win this to stay in it.
Yep. And I mean, they've won an offensive round already, so we're going to see if they can get a second one in here. As Jake is going to head over towards the floating tank here to get set up. He is going to have some oversight on some of these players. He is actually going to go down for first blood. Thornbush picking him up. But Merrick's is going to be trading back here. He's going to find one before he goes down. Thornbush with the second.
Tough situation for Chicago to be in right now. This is kind of, it all comes down to the wire here. If they don't win this match, they, you know, it is a, as you said, a 3-0 clean sweep. And going into this, I mean, you're going into at a disadvantage. Garrison is very defensive advantage.
Yep, absolutely. As we're going to have Merrick's is going to be pushing through the middle. 2 players are going to get picked off. Toronto with 3 there. Thornbush is on a 5-kill spree. As right as I said that, he died. So no killing spree anymore. But we haven't got, no one's really got him close to streaks, it looks like. I think Jake had him at the beginning, and actually it doesn't even look like he has him on. I don't see any streaks in the corner for him. So, I mean, he went on that kill spree earlier. It's possible he could have had streaks if he had him turned on. But Dash doesn't look like he has him either. So this might just be, that might have been a setup error on their part, which is kind of unfortunate because I think Jake would have earned at least an artillery, which could be huge in the control.
Toronto, they know they've got the momentum here. They're snuggling up on their headies. They're settling in, and Chicago is having a really hard time breaking in. As I say that, they are pouring into B. They might get that first tick, might even get that second tick, but Toronto is there to contest it. Actually, just shy of that first tick. Am I correct?
Yep, they're just shy of the first tick. Turkey's got to get in here. He's got to stay alive so he can slide in. He's not going to do it. He's going to get taken down.
That's it.
And no one from Chicago is close enough, and that's going to be it. Toronto with the 3-0. Taking round 5 in the control and all 3 maps of the series.
Very interesting map set for Control Garrison here. Not often you see an offensive win here, not to mention 2 offensive wins. So huge clutch by Toronto here. I really thought Chicago, they had that early momentum, getting that very first match, getting that offensive